All right, and we're back. That was Alexis George. Amanda got to interview and meet Alexis George. I got to tell you, I watched the footage, Amanda. I love this chick. I think she's rock and roll. I can't wait to hopefully have her on the show. Tell us a little bit about the interview, and let's ask Frankie about the video.
Yeah, you know, Alexis was just really no nonsense. She was a cool, down-to-earth chick.
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming you could agree with me. When I talked to her, you know, she kind of has this bad girl image, a little bit very rock star, a little bit blues, rocky, jazz. I mean, she's all over the map as far as vocals. She's awesome. What was it like working with her? Because I know she really enjoyed working with you.
No, it was such a pleasure. You know, I adore that girl actually. She's like she's a friend actually. So she's like a natural performer. So the goal was on the video to show that, you know, on the video. So as you told me, she's like all over the place. You know, she's like doing an American Idol spoof. She's singing on the bed. She's singing like with like a full band. So that was a trick for her, you know. So she needs to like show on the video the way that she performs live, and she's like that.
And you showed that the whole time because there were only maybe a couple seconds where she was in the bed, you know, laying with the candles around her. The other time she was at the microphone.
Yeah, she was like on this kind of sort of dream going on there, you know.
Got it. So it was supposed to be a dream.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a dream. Yeah.
Very cool. Tell me a little bit more about that.
About the concept,
dream image, yeah.
Yeah, basically she's an artist, but she was missing actually performing like on a daily basis. So we came up with like a concept about that, you know. What would be if you are always thinking, you are obsessed with performing? So you have in your mind like microphones, dancers, like pop images, you know. So that was the concept for her. So she was okay, she was happy with that. And of course she was not happy with the dancers at the beginning, but then she got it, so it's always the same.
And we saw in her interview, you know, she definitely wanted to work with you before the song was even done being written.
Oh yeah, it was
you
a long
had
process.
A conversation.
Yeah.
She was so humble, you know, came and told me that she didn't know if you were actually going to come through and seek her out, but you actually did. How did you find her? How did you know she was ready?
You know, I found her through like an artist that their friends is with Flo, okay? So I saw her MySpace last year, and I just called her. You know, I had her number, so I called her and I told her, you know, that she was great and blah, 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 because I really mean it, actually. And she told me, you know, dude, for June, that was in April. In June, I may have something. But apparently, she has something going on there with some delays, you know, and that took me like around February, she sent me like again, like a decent track, actually. And I got in love with the song, actually. I was very in love with the song.
It helps to direct a video when you like the song, right?
Oh yeah, that's way more easy. Yeah, I love that because I'm always with the song on my phone / iPod. So that's cool. You know, everyone can have that on your own hands.
Absolutely.
I guess that brings a question Amanda and I were talking about before the show. We know you work with a lot of different artists. Is there anybody you haven't worked with yet that you want to work with?
In the area, I mean?
In the area or ever?
Well, that's a great question. You know...
Oh, thank you. I can't remember who came up with it. Did you come up with that?
The producer, maybe. The producer.
No. He can't even get the mics to work. What are you talking about, right? Questions?
Mr. Phil.
Mr. Phil.
It might have been Amanda, but that's okay.
I'll take credit for it, though.
That's a great question, actually. Yeah, you know, I have a little obsession with a British group called Tears for Fears. I don't know if you know them.
Oh, yeah, very 80s.
Okay, so my all-time favorite song is Head Over Heels.
Oh, I love that song.
That's my all-time favorite
Donnie
song.
Darko.
Exactly.
Did you see that movie?
The opening,
yeah, great. The way they do that?
Exactly. Actually, yeah, that's a good reference. So
I did come up with that one. I may have stolen the question from Amanda, but I did come up with that.
Yeah, so I'm always chasing down, you know, this guy Brad from Practically Einstein. He's the one that I'm trying to do like a cover of that song. You know?
Yeah, that'd be great.
So I can just do the video, you know, but it's hard, you know, because they are big, you know. We need to deal with music license, which is very complicated, sometimes and very expensive. But that's a project that I'm just bringing to the table so he can just get the ball rolling.
Sure.
I love that song, Head Over Heels. It's on my iPod.
Yeah, it's my favorite song. Yeah, I love that song.
It's a great song. But, you know, we're not here to talk about my crazy music taste like we did last episode. Let's move on to the next and final interview, which was Flo Anita. We're going to watch her video or clip of it rather, and we're going to watch Amanda's interview. So we're going to go down to Rock and Roll Hotel one more time, and then we'll be right back.
Hey guys, I'm here with Flo Anito. She just performed an awesome set, debuted an amazing new music video. So Flo, tell me a little bit about Uh-Oh and the new music video that we saw tonight.
Well, Uh-Oh is a track off my album, No Dust Bunnies, which I released a little while ago. But when Francisco contacted me, we threw around a couple of video ideas, and Uh-Oh is upbeat and fun, so we thought it'd make a good video song.
And it did. What were some of your inspirations?
I would say when I was 16, the reason I started writing was just, going through high school and all the experiences that you go through. And somebody gave me a Jewel CD. Oh. And that really helped me through some tough times, and I wanted to help somebody else that way as well.
So we saw the video, Uh-Oh. Tell me a little bit about the creative process and how that video came about. I know it was filmed here in Washington, so if you wanted to tell me about, where you actually filmed and how it came about.
Uh-Oh is an awesome shoot. Like, pretty much everybody who did it was a friend. And if they weren't a friend, they were suggested by another friend. So we used the Capital City Diner, which is this amazing diner in Northeast DC. It's actually really close to the Rock and Roll Hotel. And 2 people off my mailing list contacted me within 5 minutes of sending out an email asking if anybody had a diner that they knew of where the owners were friendly. And the Capital City Diner guy, Matt Ashburn, contacted me within probably 15 minutes of my sending out that email, and he'd never heard of me or talked to me, but somebody had told him, so we got in touch right away. Francisco and I had visited a couple of places, but that was by far the best place. I mean, it looks exactly like what I wanted, and it turned out to be like fate because it had moved down from upstate New York, where I'm from. They had driven it down in, I think, March and opened up, so it's pretty new, and it's just got the perfect look. I like to think of like a vintage style as being my style, and that's totally what the diner is.
So tell me, what does the future hold for Flo Anito?
We shall see. I mean, I'm going to take this music video and run, I hope. I'm going to submit it to as many contests and stations as I can. I'm using it to cross-promote my album, so I just sent it out to a bunch of reviewers.
Is there any one last thing that you want to say to the viewers of Front Row?
I hope you guys can come and check out my music. You can find me at floanito.com. myspace.com/FloAnito, youtube.com/FloAnito. That way you can see the video.
That's great. Thank you so much, Flo, for being with us. And we're going to go downstairs and rock it out with some of the other guys. But it was great seeing you tonight, and thanks again.
Awesome. Thank you, Amanda.
So tell me, what is a dust bunny?
A dust bunny is what lingers around my house because I don't clean very often.
Neither do I, but we won't tell anybody.
Okay, and we're back. That was Flo Anito and her video, Uh-Oh. And we're almost out of time, so I'm going to hand this over to Amanda, and we're going to ask Frankie some more questions, and then we're going to close out. So Amanda, let's see about it.
Well, I had a chance to talk with Flo, and she's just adorable. She has a very vintage style about her. Tell me a little bit about what it was like working with her. She was so different than Alexis George. I wouldn't call her edgy. I would definitely call her vintage. What do you have to say about working with Flo?
She's a sweetheart. She's very easy to work with, and she was very into acting. Mm-hmm. So that's why she really enjoyed the whole process, because she was performing like a clumsy waitress, you know? So I don't know, but she has some natural talent going on there.
Yeah. Do you think it comes from her theatrical training, or? She
mentioned something that, she has some acting background actually. So she mentioned that, and she was perfect for the role, you know? Because if you notice that she's singing all the time mostly. That's very hard when you're singing, acting, you know.
Absolutely, playing a character and doing the vocals at the same time.
And that was a fun shoot, you know. We had Ryan there. He was playing the fancy boy.
We saw Ryan.
You know,
he was playing a fancy boy.
Oh, of course, you picture him as a fancy boy, you know. And that's obvious. That's obvious. That's obvious.
I think of him with his shirt off, but that's a whole other.
The shirtless man, yeah, the shirtless man.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Mike was there, and Brad, he was the good-looking guy number 2, Brad. You know, that was a role for him.
Great. And tell me a little more about the wardrobes in all 5 of these videos. I noticed she was kind of in a pink, sort of reminded me of Grease, you know, very.
Yeah, and for the music video, I worked with a Colombian designer. Her name is Stella Bonds.
Okay.
And she came up with the blue dress for outside, the pinky thing inside. So she was like in charge of that. So I just gave her the color schemes, you know, so she just can work with something, you know, very similar, not like too crazy.
She did great. Now, did she do all 5 of the videos, or
No,
just
just
that one?
that video. That video. All the rest, you know, I came up with the concepts, and for practically Einstein, that was easy. She was like using like a uniform. Actually, Megan, the choreographer, she took care of the dancers.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Dave, do you have any more questions about Uh-Oh?
I don't think I do.
I have a question about that music video. You know,
You have a question about your own video?
Yeah, because I never, you know, I don't know how you pronounce the video. I always say hoo-ha, but it's not hoo-ha. It's like
Uh-oh.
oh.
Like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm always saying the wrong thing. You know, people is telling me, what are you talking about? You know?
Hoo-ha?
Yeah.
Did you say hoo-ha? Right.
Or ooh, oh, you know, so I don't get it.
Dave.
Can you tell me?
Yeah, it's just uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. You got it. It's perfect.
Sounds better on her.
Sounds better on her than what I say.
And Flo did it pretty well.
Yeah.
That actually brings me to another question. She speaks Spanish. Did you all talk?
She speaks Spanish? Yeah. I don't know about
You
that.
didn't go there at all?
Maybe she says that, but I don't know that.
Poquito Español.
Yeah, she.
Poquito.
Yeah, apparently her.
Bet you didn't know
her
I knew
boyfriend.
Spanish, did you?
Yeah, you know some. Yeah. Tú eres un buen muchacho.
So what are some of the upcoming projects that you're working on? We know you're taking a month off. He's leaving us actually tomorrow?
Tomorrow I have my flight. Yeah, I'm very excited. You know, I'm finishing a video for a Chilean artist. She's called like Ana Tijoux. She got recently nominated for a Grammy. So we are very excited as a team. I'm finishing another for Com Shafter, another one from Rachel Platten, and I just finished one for Chile. So we're keeping ourselves busy with my team, with Greg and Stu.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, so everybody's very happy with the work that we are trying to get.
Yeah, your videos, I mean, the first video I ever saw of yours was Pony, Modern Thieves, who we had on our last show. And I mean, visually, your videos are really, really cool.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And I think everybody should go check out Francisco or Frankie's videos at Campos-Lopez.com.
That's an important
You
detail.
can see a lot of his work there. It's really cool. Go check it out. I want to thank the 3 bands we had on this episode, Practically Einstein, Alexis George, and Flo Anito.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure. Say one more thing if you
just like a special shootout for Toys for Tots.
That's why they were all there. It was for Toys for Tots.
That was amazing. That was
a
amazing.
good cause.
You know, after the Soldier video, we had the Marine on stage. That was a priceless moment.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it was a fun night of rock and roll, which I missed, and it was for a good cause. Well, that brings us to another exciting close of the front row. I'm Dave Bain for Amanda Mitchell, and we'll see you guys in the front row.